Here is our studio where we make a lot of our early prototypes. We fine tune a lot of the problems and the fits that we experience when we're testing out the clothing, and we're always kind of like working through problems, fine tuning our product. So a lot of our process starts here in the design studio. We have sewing machines and then a designer and a developer that are in-house. So we work on all of our early prototypes here. So that ensures that the product is dialed from the get-go. And then we work with factories in Canada and Japan. Two of our main factories are actually only 5 minutes away from the office here. So at any given time, the guys are bombing fabrics over there, double checking production to ensure that our products made to spec and made to the highest standards. From a circularity and sustainability standpoint, I think it's really important that we're not shipping bolts of fabrics around the world. If we're using a Japanese fabric, we manufacture that product in Japan as well. So it kind of creates a closed loop where that fabric isn't necessarily flown all over the world, or alternatively, that fabric is coming right to our studio here and right to our factory. Oftentimes that's not really happening in a lot of design processes. So closing that loop and having a close control over the manufacturing is really important to ensure that the quality of our product stands. So when the users are using the product, they're very confident that the product's gonna function and then it's gonna last a really long time for them. Here's a couple pieces that we used this season. So as an example, a lot of the times we're referencing like archetypes and then rework them and fully modernize them with upgraded materials and then updated specs and fit. So as an example, we reference a Type 2 jacket here that we have in our archive. This is our station jacket, reinterpreting the denim coat. On top of that, we fully upgraded the material. We're using a Suvin cotton denim from Okayama, Japan. So here's another one of the hero products for the season that we're working on, upgrading a MA1 flight jacket. We're using a Loro Piana Storm System wool outer. So rethinking the materiality of a flight bomber jacket. Wool cuffs from Japan, like double gauge wool cuffs. We did a full PrimaLoft insulation, about 120 grams. So it's gonna be really great for the winter. The fit on this is really great. I think the guys here, they're still working on small little adjustments here. As you can see, there's like a lot of taping that happens on. This is like at the factory level where we'll be talking to the factory, and some things that were missed on the initial sample are gonna be fine-tuned for production. So that's a lot of how our process works. So here are some more key pieces from the season that we're working on. One of the products that we brought back is the Spectre jacket here in Earth. So we made this 2 years ago, but we've iterated on it. We've improved the fit, predominantly in the hood area. So increased the neckline, made it a little bit wider on the body, just really worked on fine-tuning the fit of this guy. So a lot of our process works through iterative process. So taking something that already exists and slowly moving it forward and progressing on it. So fine-tuning. Some other key styles that we've revisited our fleece program. So we just started from scratch essentially. Some of the main things is like we got a floating pocket here. We've done these little darts here to kind of give it some billowing on the pocket. And then we've also upgraded it with like some extra utility. So inside here, actually it's on this side here, we got an added phone pocket. Little small details like the darted hood, push back shoulders for more comfort, and then underarm gusset. But really classic, super comfortable. It's made out of a Japanese Yoraki, which is milled in Japan. And then we brought it over here and manufactured it in our factory that's only like 5 minutes away from us. Yeah, so a lot of our design approach here at Haven is that we have like an overall design inspirations that we pull from, but we're not necessarily changing the collection from season to season and following trends. So we're kind of like building iteratively on this design process that evolves over time. So we draw a ton of inspiration from our landscape here in Canada and really building products to withstand the kind of tough conditions that we face here in Vancouver. Yeah, this season we shot our campaign out in West Vancouver at the Ned Pratt House. It's like We draw a lot of references from postmodern architecture. So I think that's like a huge inspiration from us. Like that bridge between outdoor and urban lifestyle is something that is a huge part of our lifestyle here in Vancouver. We spend almost the majority of our time in the city, but a lot of times we're trying to strive to get outside and get outdoors, or go to North Vancouver or go to Whistler, whatever that is. Like that's a huge part of our lifestyle. So I think making clothing that is versatile, that could bridge between both urban and outdoor lifestyle, is a huge part for us. Today we're shooting our Fall/Winter 24 lookbook. The team's actually already inside, so let's hop on in there and see what's going on. Center line on his shoe.
Okay.
With anything. We got about 15 looks, or 15 or 16 looks, 3 models today, showcasing the Fall/Winter 24 lookbook. So lots of new textures in the collection this season. So making sure we're touching all the like classic menswear staples, but kind of re-engineering them with like a more modern and technical design language. New Polartec styles. Polartec Alpha. Has been used by the US military as an insulation layer. Nice and light, great for mid-layer. We also got it this season in Umber, and then our best-selling kind of Ascent zip. Outdoor inspired. We're doing a lot of like the technical innovation in the performance materials, but we're segueing into more natural materials, more knits. Here's our new Harbor full zip, underarm ventilation to give more breathability. Here's another one of our high loft pieces, kind of a flip on a classic outdoor garment made in a hybrid construction. So Polartec high loft body, and then a Polartec Power Grid underarm gusset. Some other things that are notable is down products here. We got some packable down shirts, invisible zips. These pack down, kind of referencing old school Eddie Bauer, but flipped it, modernized it. Toggles, yeah, really good with a mini ripstop. Also available in olive jacket style. Going to shoot our Fall/Winter 24 collection. We're drawing a lot of inspiration from the Vancouver coastal mountains and the landscape and the colors, a lot of earth tones that we're applying this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we should do
Books or something.
where?
Gym in.
Put up here. There's no glare on it.
I'm just gonna see if this is.
But this, let's, I think you wanna call in there?
All right, William, come in.
Today we didn't expect rain, but rain showed up. Pretty typical of Vancouver, and it actually kind of worked out.